What's going on, everybody? It's Mike here from the Garage Beers Podcast, and you know what time it is. Let's have this drink. Ugh. And talk about the Cavs. Sorry, that took me a minute to recover from. Listen, I've not had many opportunities this year to break out the trademark beverage of sadness and disappointment everywhere, the Fireball. But tonight's certainly one of those games for the Cavaliers. They lose 110-102 in Minnesota in a really weird game, a disjointed game. Not really, it wasn't even a fun game to watch, really. The Cavaliers came out slow, but then about midway through the first quarter, they turned it on, played a good second quarter, and by the time we got about halfway through the third quarter, the Cavs had a 14-point lead, and you thought, okay, now they're just going to clamp down defensively. They're going to play some pretty decent offense, get out of Minnesota with a win, end the road trip with a win, and come back with a winning record. Instead, they just blew a tire. They were cruising along, and they just blew a tire, and it ruined the entire game. Offensively, it was brutal. Ton of dribbling. Not a lot of ball movement. Not a lot of great passing. Getting a lot of shots deflected and blocked. A lot of guys just playing one-on-one ball. And the story was the same on defense. Man, the defense in the fourth quarter is some of the worst defense I've seen the Cavs play all season long. It was one-on-one defense. There was no help anywhere to be found out there. If the initial guy got beat, the bucket was getting scored. And you got to give credit to Minnesota. They were hitting some wild shots. And everything was bouncing their way in that fourth quarter. But sometimes that's what happens. And frankly, sometimes that's what happens when, as the Cavaliers, you just kind of dialed down the intensity. It's like they went up 14 in the third quarter and just thought they were going to win the game. And I know they were dealing with some stuff, Donovan Mitchell being sick and whatever, but come on, you got to play with a little bit more intensity than that. Tough way to end the road trip. The games don't get much easier from here, so the Cavs got to pick it up. We'll talk to you after the next game. Cheers, everybody.